Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Angel from Star Woman Tarot and Oracle. I hope everyone's doing well, keeping themselves safe, practicing social distancing, and staying healthy. Let's talk about the Emperor. He's the card of the day. In numerology, the Emperor is associated with the number 4. And so the number 4 is often about stability and creating foundation, and that's what the Emperor does, okay? The zodiac sign that he's associated with is Aries, and his element is fire. And the timing, I'd say March, April, mid-March, mid-April. Aries season would be his timing, okay? In a tarot card reading. In a tarot card reading, okay? So let's go with upright first, okay? So basically the Emperor is the boss. He's the husband archetype. He's a father archetype. He's basically the CEO of a company, okay? He's worked his way up to this position and he's created something that he has control over, rules over, you know. And so he's the boss, right? He's in a position of power. So it's a powerful male influence in your life or in any kind of spread. So what he represents is financial stability, ambition, authority. It also represents achievement, respect in the community, keeping a calm head, decisions based on facts, not influenced by emotions, very steadfast, positive business and career matters, family stability, looking at things with a clear head, reason, okay? Relationships, rational manner, and not to become overly emotional regarding issues, all right? He's the mirror of the Empress. So he's basically, if you see the Emperor and the Empress in a reading, they could be considered twin flames, all right? It's because they mirror each other or higher level soulmates. So the Emperor is very realistic when it comes to the functions of everyday life. What is best for everyone. He has everyone's highest good in heart. He builds a very strong foundation for his family, okay? If you were to see this card in a reading, you would want to function at your best. You know, to have some order and rules in your life. You may be in a position of leadership or power, you know, relying on your strength and your intellect. That you have the ability to create and build, that you're intuitive and you have vision, okay? You can make your vision manifest into reality, all right? So the Emperor maintains and rules the empire he created. He's all about control and goal achievement. In a relationship, he's reliable, loyal, supportive. But he can take charge in situations because he is in a position of power and influence. You know, he knows that he has to be responsible, okay? He's very responsible, all right? The Emperor also represents new possibilities and new beginnings. Knowing how to get things done, power, principles, and protection. So the Emperor is very protective of his family. The Emperor reversed can be stifling and stagnant with rules and order. He can be a tyrant. He may feel trapped by success, can be too controlling, aggressiveness, dictatorial, power over others, working too hard, ignoring his heart, oppressive achievements, unreliable, disloyal, not what he seems to be in public. So he's presenting a false face to everyone else, but inside he's just a mishmash of emotion, okay? He's immature. He has a lack of concentration. He's dependent upon others. He has unfinished business. He's in poor health. He's egotistical. He's greedy. He's arrogant. He lacks motivation and is a major procrastinator. He's overbearing. He needs to put his life in order. He needs to establish boundaries and limits, and he needs to develop a plan to get things done. So that's the Emperor reversed, okay? What I feel when I see the Emperor, okay? For me anyway, you know, you can develop your own intuition about the Emperor in your own readings, okay? But for me, he's often very much someone who's in control of his life. Someone who knows how to get things and how to make sure that his family, his business, his friends, you know, are all in order. Okay, so he's worked hard to get to where he is. Okay, he's not afraid to take charge. He's not afraid to cut people out of his life. He's not afraid to express his emotions. He's also a man of action. Okay, so he will do what he says he's going to do. All right, if he says he's going to go do something the next day, he will do it. He will follow through with his actions. He's reliable. He's steady. He's stable. He's very foundational. He's very much in his own personal power and control. And he controls those around him as well. Not too overbearing, but I always see him as being mindful of what's happening around him, okay? But I do feel as well with the Emperor, he has a counterpart, a divine counterpart, and that's the Empress. He mirrors the Empress, okay? So when I see the Emperor and Empress in a reading, I consider that a twin flame or a higher level soulmate. So these people are meant to be together, and they've worked hard to get to be together, and that they're like a power couple. So when they come together in union, that they can achieve endless things. The sky's the limit, right? There is no ceiling keeping them down, right? If they set their mind to achieving goals, they achieve them, right? Because the Emperor is about goal achievement. The Emperor is about business success, and the Emperor is about financial stability. So that's what I see when I see the Emperor, okay, when he's upright. But when he's reversed, I often feel that the Emperor reversed can be someone struggling with narcissism, someone who's very egotistical, who isn't listening, doesn't listen to their heart, is very untrustworthy, who's very unstable because they're trying to put out a front, to have a face showing that they're in control, but meanwhile, behind closed doors, they're a mess, okay? And I often find when the Emperor is reversed that person who the Emperor represents is not listening to their intuition, not seeing their vision, not following their goal, not listening to just the signs that are out there, okay? And not achieving what they can. It's kind of, they're falling short of achieving their goals. They're falling short of being this Emperor, right? They want to be an Emperor, but they're not there yet. That's how I feel when I see the Emperor reversed. In a love reading, when I see an Emperor reversed, it's pretty much someone who's walked away from a relationship or who is refusing to see a relationship fall apart, okay? So that's how I see it when I do a reading. In terms of career, like if I was to see the Emperor reversed in a career, I would say somebody was not meeting their full potential, not doing the best work that they could, maybe in a job they don't like, maybe just even having an oppressive boss. Maybe their boss presents that they're in control, but they're not, just wanting to move on. So this is more of being sure of yourself, and this is more about lacking that self-confidence, okay? So that's how I feel when I read the Emperor. That's my interpretation. That's my intuition when I'm reading for the Emperor. And I read the Emperor in a reading, especially if the Empress is there and she's upright. So that tells me that if he's upright, then that's a power couple. If the Empress is upright and the Emperor is reversed, then he's not quite there yet. He's not able to give her what she's really wanting in a relationship. He's not bringing her the balance that she needs, okay? So it's that instability, all right? Not being that warrior that he could be, right? If you were a woman and you had the Emperor in your reading, he also represents you, because sometimes women can be in their male energy, okay? And live their life in a male-dominated, workplace. Maybe they've had to rely on themselves because they didn't have reliable males. So they've had to rely on their own male energy to get to where they want, okay? I'm seeing the Queen of Wands here. So she's often the CEO and a go-getter and not afraid to go after what she wants, okay? So when I see a woman with the Emperor, either that's a man that's going to come in that's stable, that's her wish fulfillment, the be all and end all of what that's going to take care of her, or she's the one who's going to be in control of what's going on in her life, okay, and managing her business and her goals the way she sees fit. All right. Like, I would also see him being reversed as having issues with a father, having a positive father, having a father that wasn't around. Okay, so that's another way of looking at him as well, as the father figure. The boss, maybe you have a good boss, maybe you have a boss that's not so great, you know. So that's, you know, different ways of looking at it and viewing it, and depending on where it sits. Now, if I was to open a reading and this came out right away, I would consider that in the midst of the reading as either a relationship partner or the person asking the question themselves. But if it came out in the outcomes, positive or negative, then that would give me an idea of where this person's heading, and I would consider it as a very positive card in the outcomes, as especially if it was upright. If it was reversed, I would say there was things that this person was going to be dealing with, that they'd have to work out on their own. Okay, so if it was reversed in the outcomes, but if it was upright in the outcomes, it's a very positive reading for me. Okay, because it shows stability, it shows that financial security, it shows all those really good positive things, family, you know, all that stuff, right? Prosperity, you know, achievements, goals, you know. It's being on top of your game, basically, when he's upright. And when he's reversed, it's kind of, you need to work on things, you know. There's things that still need to be figured out and reworked and reassessed, and, you know, before you can be on top of your game. So you might have to do some more work before you can become the upright emperor, all right, if you're reversed.